Hey gang, we're back, and we're ready to talk to another person who totally won't be crazy or creepy.
I can't wait to see what psychosis this person has next. By the way, do you know something that's extremely hypnotic?
Yes?
This brain in the background. Doesn't that look like a brain in liquid? Sort of like plip, plop,
Yeah.
splash.
Some sort of formaldehyde, maybe, or preservative.
Right, so we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm We Squared.
I'm the Opinionator.
Let's continue.
I really hope this goes somewhere soon, I gotta say.
So we decided to pick Claire next. We've just abandoned all hopes of being random.
Yeah, it's all your fault. I was the one who was getting up there. You know what? No, we're not doing Claire next.
But we were gonna do girl, boy, girl, boy, girl.
I don't care what you have to say. We are going to do it in a very particular manner.
All right,
The
then.
person that we will be speaking to next is this one.
That's our notes.
Well, notes, what do you have to say?
Nothing really of any import.
Okay, fine.
That's someone we've already talked to. There we go, Claire. Looks like we're doing it my way.
But I picked it at random, so it's fine.
Hello, character from, Twin Peaks.
She looks a little bit like a much older Molly Ringwald from The Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hello.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Well, la-ti-da, madame.
One of these. I'm so happy. How much are you paying me?
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Tell me about this madness.
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
That's the point.
Tell me about Dr. Dekker. We're not gonna forget that again.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself.
Well, having to deal with people like
For a
you.
very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state.
Okay, gotta take a moment to say something here.
Uh-huh.
So, what we have learned is that what happened to Dr. Dekker is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dekker did not kill himself.
Right.
And that people are surprised that Dr. Dekker did not kill himself.
Yes.
Now, we know the infectious madness and... What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you so close?
Right? Could you sit back from the camera?
Or at least be friendlier when you're so close.
And he also drank, apparently.
Right.
Tell me about drinking.
Sorry. I don't know. Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Tell me about perks.
I don't work. I don't need to. Everything's paid for 100 times over.
That'd be nice. Okay, back to Dekker. Forget her problems. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, thinking about it, she said, I expect you to be up to speed. But then when we asked about her problems, she was like,
she
it's
deflected.
fine. So what she really wants to do then is just talk about Dr. Dekker. What do you think happened to Dr. Dekker? I don't care what you think, giving me that non-response.
How long have you known Dr. Dekker?
Oh, that's a good one.
I think we'd get along a lot better if you stuck to asking me one question at a time.
How long have you known him? Or how long did you know him?
Have you known him?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that. I don't know anything about it.
Can I say that I actually like how she's so straightforward? There's something I can really appreciate about that.
Yeah.
She's not actually being insulting unless she's directly being insulting.
If I want to be put down, I want it to be directed to my face.
However, she's also being very guarded so far.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah, and the last person who was very friendly, didn't seem like there was any problem, was the creepiest person so far. Like, I wouldn't think that Bryce was going to kill me, probably. Unless I just happened to be piled up in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, around 11:58 and was just laying on a bench. Then I might end up in a grave because, wouldn't you know it, the guy gets 1 extra hour every day where he can do whatever he wants. And what does he do? He piles the bodies into graves, stuffs them in the ground. But that's Bryce, so I'm sure that Claire is going to go completely off a rocker as well. So, tell me about yourself, more than you already have. Okay, fine, forget it. No, that's it.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that it didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state.
There we go.
He drank so much?
I thought it was common
Ho,
knowledge that
ho,
he drank.
ho!
You could smell it on his breath when you got close to him. He kept a bottle in his drawer.
Which drawer?
Such a cliche.
I can use the pull myself. Oh.
Why are you rich? Or, I'm sorry, how are you rich? Okay, you just don't want to say anything to me at all, do you? Are you just my arch nemesis? How about this one? Are you seeing anyone?
Are you trying to find a
I
date?
don't have anything to say about that.
Do you have any friends?
I don't know. Sorry.
Are you married?
We've been married for 7 years, but we don't have any children. Thank God.
That was my next question, and you stink.
Tell me about children.
David wanted children, but I didn't.
Dave.
I don't think we would have made very good parents. There's no mystery to
I'm
it.
far too
Some people
stuck
are
up.
just not cut out to be parents. I don't think I can see either of us wiping sticky fingers or mending grazed knees.
You're a snob.
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you. But I don't.
Well,
So tell me about David.
how's he playing?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
I'm aware of that. What is David's job?
David doesn't work, no.
He's also
He's not
filthy
very
rich.
communicative anymore, so a job is out of the question. He used to be an optician. Now he just spends all his time at the lake house, frittering his time away.
Tell me about the lake house.
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Are you lonely?
I don't have an answer to that.
I don't believe you're lying.
I don't understand what
That wasn't...
Why did you stop me while I was typing?
I didn't notice until you were about there.
No, that doesn't
Okay.
mean anything to
I
me.
was thinking the same thing, though. Try again.
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself. I'm an only child and my parents are both dead.
I murdered them.
Naturally, I inherited everything.
Huh. So, she basically is estranged from her husband. Her parents are dead. She has no family. She has no children, and she's rich. So, what that seems to indicate is that no one is going to be particularly happy when she dies, except perhaps the state. Because that's where her money would go.
I see.
Who's going to inherit your wealth?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one. I'm an only child and my parents are both dead. Naturally, I inherited everything.
Your parents die.
It was an accident. But I don't feel like talking about it at the moment.
Do you feel like talking about anything?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't have an answer.
Of
to
course you don't.
I think you're crazy.
I'm going to have to plead
You-
ignorance.
I
Phrase
saw
it.
that. I saw that.
I think you're crazy.
They think I'm seeing things, making things up. I don't want to talk about it.
That's why you're here.
You're paying us a small fortune to not tell us anything? Great! You're our favorite patient!
What do you see?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that. I don't know anything about it.
Tell me about seeing things.
Yes, Dr. Dekker did think I was delusional when he first met me. He changed his mind after getting to know me better, as I hope he will too.
Gotta be more. You are being elusive!
Did you like Dr. Dekker?
Gah.
Now he just spends all his time at the lake house, frittering his time away.
Frittering his time away?
He abhors technology.
Thank you, Jeopardy.
Mainly he hunts things and then creates huge, unwielding fires that I'm sure will be the death of him and the lake house at some point.
Okay.
No, she's just saying, I completely disapprove of the fact that he's out there fishing and hunting and doing whatever he damn well pleases.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state.
How were you wrong about it?
Sorry, I don't know.
What was his mental state?
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you. But I don't.
No, you're wrong.
I don't know anything about that, Doctor.
It's worth a shot.
Pancakes! Zebras! Giraffes!
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself.
Yeah, bring it upon himself? Question mark.
Dr. Dekker just had
There
to
we
think
go.
about
We're
him.
getting really good at this.
You know what they say about us crazies. Takes one to know one.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Dang! There's more!
The
Jesus!
most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time.
You hadn't known him for a very long time?
I don't have anything to say about that. I don't know. Sorry.
How long have you been seeing Dr. Dekker? Did we already do
How
that one?
long have you been seeing Dr. Dekker?
I've been seeing him for about 3 months.
Just need to get a list of questions that we just keep asking. Okay, now there's still more?
Who brought his death? You know, something like that?
Who killed Dr. Dekker?
I don't know who killed Dr. Dekker.
Whoa!
But I imagine that in his line of work he met a lot of unstable people.
Tell us about it.
Perhaps he pushed someone too far. The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I had...
Did you kill Dr. Dekker?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence.
Oh!
Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Well, tell me about violence. This is fairly important.
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst.
When I murdered my
That hardly
parents.
qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
Is that why your husband doesn't stick around the home?
Tell me about delusional.
Delusions. As in seeing things that aren't.
Yeah, I know what
there.
delusions are,
I'm
sweetie.
not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
We've tried what do you see and such, but let's move it.
Now that
moving
we've
back-
broached
To be
it.
fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And
He provoked you?
it was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris.
Uh-huh.
How
Well,
predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
I can appreciate that. Tell me about Iris.
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore.
She's dead now.
No, not like that. I didn't kill her. It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. David died?
Wait, what?
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into florist after what happened with David. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
Okay. I just missed that.
Yeah.
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity.
Temporary clarity?
I never used to get angry. Ever.
I can tell.
If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right?
Back to control.
And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Whoa! There's a lot of follow-ups to that one. Claire's smash.
Tell me about control.
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you. But I don't.
Losing control?
Let's save that for another time, shall we?
No, I think we should talk about it now.
I'm rich, but I'm not made of money. And I'm fairly sure my time is up. It was a brief moment of temporary insanity.
Temporary insanity?
Who's to say who is sane or insane?
Me. I'm the psychiatrist
we all see
here.
the world differently, don't we?
Yes, we do see the world differently.
Sorry.
I mean, there wasn't a follow-up to that question.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Obsessive tendencies?
Misspelled?
I'm
Close
obsessed
enough.
with my husband. It's absurd, really.
Well, you're married.
That... What? Okay.
Huh.
There's a follow-up to that.
Yeah, that seems pretty important.
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
It's not absurd.
Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
What?
Why shouldn't your husband be here?
He's lucky to be alive. He almost died.
Yeah? Did he almost die?
My husband is not a well man.
Because I killed
We've been
him!
having problems for a while now.
You are just dodging around the point. Tell me about his problems.
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
What could have been avoided?
Our altercation. The downfall since.
Tell me about the downfall. We know about the altercation.
Yeah.
This is exhausting, Doctor. I'm not used to spitting everything out in one session.
Well, tough tootsies!
Look, you came to a
Yeah!
psychiatrist. You should actually be prepared to say why you came to the psychiatrist, right?
Yeah, it seems like she's seeing his husband when he's not where he's not supposed to be.
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
Not a well man.
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks.
Have you been
What?
poisoning your
I
husband?
can't cope with caring for him anymore.
But you said he was at the lake house!
That has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks.
Deteriorating rapidly?
Did I even come close to spelling that right?
Yes.
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active. His mind's become less and less active too.
Then how's he fishing and hunting and all this
Such a
stuff?
conversationalist at one time. Now more of an enigmatic husk.
Are you killing your husband?
That sounds like a question I shouldn't answer without a lawyer present.
Thanks for the answer, though.
Yes!
Tell me about the altercation. We didn't actually ask, come to think of it.
I tried to hurt
Right.
David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
I disagree!
That's not how it works.
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it?
How did you try to hurt him?
I
Oh!
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Yes, I think the police definitely should be involved
Shocking,
in
isn't
this.
it?
You know, she's the most... Once again, she's the most straightforward person. The other people are clearly nuts, but she just tried to stab her husband with a steak knife and succeeded.
That's correct, but she is being really dodgy in her responses as well.
Oh, right. For instance, she's not mentioning her delusions at all and has made it quite clear that we're not to talk about her delusions.
I guess we'll talk about that later.
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
Tell me about the police.
The police seem to think I'm dangerous.
For some
I wonder
reason.
why.
Because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
Do you want me to tell you you're yeah.
I need you to believe me. That's why I'm paying for these sessions.
Well, you need to tell me what you want me to
Everyone else
believe.
thinks I'm crazy and dangerous. Everyone else thinks I've lost my mind.
I'm inclined to agree.
Are you dangerous?
I assume they think I'm dangerous because I stabbed my husband.
Do you not think you're dangerous?
Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time.
Tell me about prison.
I suppose after what I did, there are people that might think I belonged in prison.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, me too.
What do you think, Doctor? Can I be saved with therapy, or should I be locked up like a dangerous criminal?
Well,
You should be locked up like a dangerous criminal.
no, don't misspell it.
That's disappointing. Don't you want to try to make me better? At least Dr. Dekker gave it a shot in his own way.
How pathetic, she said.
That's not how it works.
All right, so we have to find out more about David's condition.
We'll never clear out his problems.
Tell me about David's problems.
And then Dr. Dekker.
And then, of course, more about Dr. Dekker. I think we can get this.
I believe so, yeah.
I should have divorced him.
Oh, we need to ask about divorce.
I
Yeah.
wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
Could have been avoided?
We already asked that.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Forced him?
I don't want to talk about divorce.
Divorce is such an imperfect means of separating two people, don't you think?
It's just better to
As
cut-
opposed,
Don't really mean it.
I mean, as opposed to what?
stabbing
Well, he
him.
was my soulmate and that I would do anything for him. That's a weakness that has caused me problems.
I'm glad that I'm only divorced, and that I didn't try to. Oh, for goodness
Yeah,
sake.
good lord. Well, I cleared it.
Well, man, Dr. Dekker.
The eternal question.
We're gonna get that Dr. Dekker question.
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
We have caring, cope, and last few weeks.
Caring for him?
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch.
But you just said he goes
And when
hunting
I
and
return
fishing.
The next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars.
I see.
He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Yes, you can!
Oh, that said, we're done. We're not quite done, though.
You can totally hire someone.
Ask.
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself.
I don't want to go anywhere with you, young lady.
I wonder what's wrong with him. I mean, he's clearly staring up into the heavens, contemplating the elder gods or something.
Yeah. No, I think she's just slowly poisoning him.
Probably. Well,
Here we go.
Dr. Dekker indeed. Nothing in my notes.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state.
You weren't wrong.
I don't have anything to say
Dang!
about that.
Oh, because of what she said she knew about him?
Yeah. What else
The most
is
shocking thing
there?
about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself.
Put
But then I've known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state.
Ah!
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that.
I don't care what you think about Dr. Dekker. Just I don't care what you think. Okay, I give.
I don't have anything to say about that.